There was one this morning. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so today we are looking at sequences. So I know normally when you see this word, you think arithmetic, you do arithmetic through a problem. But whenever we are talking about it as a sequence, we call it an arithmetic sequence. I don't really care how you say it. If you want to say arithmetic, that's fine. But it's called an arithmetic sequence and a geometric sequence. Today we're just focusing on the arithmetic. This formula sheet is the formula sheet you'll get to use on your next quiz. So if you want to write anything on this, like while we're taking notes, you're welcome to, and you can then use it on your quiz. If anyone didn't pick one up, come on up and grab one, because you'll need it. So today when we're looking at arithmetic sequences, we have the first vocab word, which is the common difference, which is the distance between consecutive terms. So basically how much you're adding to get to the next term every time. The distance between consecutive terms. So an example would be the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. The common difference there is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. So it's just a sequence of numbers, an arrangement of numbers that has the same distance from the previous term to the next term. So what would our common difference be for the first one? What are they adding, Jenna? Good, they're adding 4 each time, so that means D equals 4. D is the common difference. I probably should have told you that. I just can't. It's so messy.
I think it's I said every math class I did, the teachers always have like for making work.
Oh, you just bring down one.
Yeah, Andy loves math.
All right, how about the next one? What's the common difference? Notice the numbers are getting smaller, so they're adding a negative number. What are they? Or subtracting. Adding a negative 4, or subtracting 4. So D equals negative 4. Okay, then we have a formula for arithmetic sequences. Maybe. Oh, we vocab first. An arithmetic sequence is just a sequence in which each term is an equal distance from the term before it. And if you want, we won't write another example. You could just draw an arrow to the 2 we just looked at. Those were arithmetic sequences. But it has to be like a constant number that's being added. So this is the formula for an arithmetic sequence, and it's on your formula sheet. You do have to know like what everything stands for, so if you want to add it to your notes and or to your sheet, you can. We're only learning one of the 4 formulas today, just the arithmetic sequence. Alright, so first of all, where you see a sub n with a subscript, that's asking you for the nth term. So you'll normally see like a sub 10, which will be like the 10th term, or a sub 20, which is the 20th term. When I say 20th, I mean if you were to take this and list out all 20 terms, it would be the 20th one in the list. Okay? A sub 1 then stands for the first term in the sequence. The D stands for the common difference, the number that they're adding every time that we just found. And then N stands for the term number. So again, if you're finding a sub 20, that would be the 20th term, you would plug in 20 for n over here. If they wanted you to find the 100th term, you would plug in 100 for n. Alright, so they ask us to write the first 3 terms of these arithmetic sequences. Notice that they already gave you the first term. The first term is 9. The common difference is 3. So what would our next term be? The distance from this term to the next term is 3. 12. It's always going to be adding. It would be a negative if you're, I know the word difference is subtraction, that's what you need to do. Then the next one would be 15. On the homework, they may ask you for the first 6, so you would just keep going. Okay, the next one, first term is 5. What would the next term be? The common difference is negative 3. 2, so 5 minus 3 is 2. And then 2 minus 3 would get us negative 1. So they can go into negatives. Is that the right spot now? Okay. All my little blanks. Alright, so if you're asked to find the specific term, you're going to use the formula, read a formula, and you're going to enter in the term number as n in the formula, and also enter d into the formula. Let's try this one. And then all you have to do is substitute in. So you can see they want a sub 12, which is telling you that n is 12. So you're going to plug in 12 anywhere you see an n. You may want to copy down the formula first, since it's on the front of your sheet. So copy this down first. And then all you're doing is substituting in values. So we'll have a sub 12 equals 7. Excuse me, not plus 3, it'll be minus 3. Oh, I'm on example B. I need to be on example A. Okay, sorry. So n is 5 in this example. And then we're substituting into this formula. So we'll have a sub 5 equals a sub 1, they tell us is 15. Plus 8. Again, n we just determined is 5 from the subscript. And then you can literally type this whole thing in your calculator using parentheses if you want, because then you don't have to do order of operations. But if you want to do it by hand, we would do parentheses first. 5 minus 1 is 4. Then we would do multiplication, 8 times 4, which is 32. And add 15 to that, and we'll get 47. But again, if you want, you can use your calculator, and you can type the whole thing in without having to do any order of operations. Okay, the next one. I already kind of started it. N was 12. A1, first term is 7. And our common difference is, I'll just put plus and negative. Again, you may want to copy down the formula like every time before you start substituting it. Usually I would just put 7 minus 3 and 7 instead of 7 plus a negative 3. So 12 minus 1 is 11. What? Me?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm just plugging into the formula. You're going to be fast.
Yeah, okay, you're good.
And then what will I get when I simplify that? Negative 26. 7 minus 33. Okay. And then the last set of problems ask you to write a general form equation. Do you have a question? So when you're asked to write a general form equation, all you have to do is identify what is the first term, just by looking at it. That's your a sub 1, first term. What's d stand for again? The common difference. So you have to find the common difference by observing the pattern. What are they adding every time? Let that be your d variable. And then you just substitute them into your formula. And again, you get this formula sheet on your quiz, so you don't have to memorize it, but you do need to know what everything stands for. And if you want, you could write it on your formula sheet. So first of all, looking at our problem here, we can see easily that the first term is 2, so that's a sub 1. Bailey, I hope you're enjoying this video. This is all for you. So I need to write all the way over here to get it to go in. You can't calibrate this board either. All right, so that's our A1, just 2. What's the common difference? 4. 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 14. So then all you have to do is substitute into your formula. So this will be a sub n equals, do you want me to write the formula out? A1 plus d times n minus 1. It's the generic formula. Then substitute in the two variables, the a1 and the d. So it'll be a sub n equals 2 plus 4 times n minus 1. 2 plus 4 times n minus 1. Now, in the book, I think it also may say, like, write the general form equation and then find, like, a sub 10. So if they wanted you to do this and then find a sub 10, all you would do is plug 10 in for n. And then you can just type that all in your calculator and get your answer. Or you can do it piece by piece. I don't think I have a calculator on this computer to pull up. 2 plus 4 times 10 minus 1, we'll get 38. So if you want, sometimes they'll ask you to do like the 20th term, the 100th term, the 200th term. You just have to read. Next one, a sub 1 would be, yep. What's our common difference this time? Minus 2. So, when you do that in your formula, you will not put plus a negative. You do just want to put just a minus 2. So it would be a sub n equals a sub 1, which is 5. And then we'll put minus 2 times n minus 1. If you put plus a negative, I will take off a half point. So just don't put that in your final answer. You shouldn't have two symbols next to each other. It's not proper form. What's up, Rand? Don't put plus a negative right here. I'll give you a 5 plus a negative 2. I would take off a half point for having double symbols. Okay, so you guys can try C and D. No, you can just find A. I just wanted to show one example of that. So I don't think it said you had to. You don't have to find a sub 10 for all of these. Just find a sub n for your general one equation. You can tell me what they got for C's. Jenna?
7 plus 5 parentheses and
Yes.
1.
7 plus 5 times quantity n minus 1. It's like no one.
Write it in a highlighter. Okay, that's what you do. When we get to
Oh. I should type it. Alright, let's see if I can write with this. Kirsten, is this slow enough now?
Huh?
Is this slow enough now?
I mean, yeah. I'm over here coaching.
Coaching him. And then the next one, what do we get? Erica? Ace of n equals? Good. Negative 8 minus 2
Special kind of special.
times n minus 1.
Yes. I need a paper.
I'm like embarrassed to put this on my Google Classroom.
Please do.
Well, now they know you have issues.
I know.
So it's
Take
an
this
IT
to your
people.
tech people.
Well, they gave me this computer.
Yeah,
They didn't know it was going to not calibrate to my board.
Tech also gave me a Chromebook with a broken screen and no case this year.
Who?
I'm not kidding. Tech gave me a Chromebook with a broken screen and no case this year.
Oh, geez.
And then they were like, well, you must have broken it last year. What? Like, I broke it and lost the case last year? Are we sure? Like,
Oh, you did toward end.
yeah, I did.
That
hell
made
I did.
mine. Oh, you did. I was like, we're mine.